Are you thinking about making a move to Warrenton, Virginia? Well, there's some things you need to know because there's actually two different types of Warrenton. So in town, it's walkable. You can walk to restaurants, you can walk to coffee shops and to boutiques, but out of town, it's a little bit different. Living in town is fantastic if you love the walkability and the community events, restaurants and shopping, but there is a trade-off. In-town residents pay not only Fauquier County property taxes and taxes on their vehicles, but there's an additional town tax on properties and vehicles as well. You can think of those extra in-town taxes almost like an HOA because what those taxes cover, they cover the police for the town. They also cover road maintenance. They cover clearing debris in the fall as well as snow removal. It includes your trash removal twice a week and recycling. It does not include your utilities. And that is a myth. There is some misconception and misunderstanding about that. Even if you are in town, those additional taxes do not cover your water, sewer, and electricity. Those are separate items. So what does that really mean in actual dollar bills? So if you're in town, the additional property tax on, we're going to say $500,000, which is true. It's hard to find anything for about $500,000 in town, but there are some properties that are in that price range. For $500,000, say you have a $35,000 vehicle, because remember, you have to pay an additional car tax on that, plus your utilities being sewer and water. You're looking at roughly another $1,550 a year. So with that $1,550 a year, you're paying extra. Sorry, four-way stop. You're welcome. I did it right. $1,550 extra a year that you're paying for those services. Is that worth the cost? Let's talk to Brian and see what he thinks about the Warrenton countryside version.
So now let's talk about the Warrenton countryside. So you may still have a Warrenton mailing address, but you're outside of town limits. The town limits of Warrenton generally is about a 4 mile radius is the old town and right around the old town. But if you're talking about Warrenton in the countryside, that's my territory. So when you go outside of the town of Warrenton, you're only paying the Fauquier County real estate taxes.
So if you're in town, you're paying the Fauquier County taxes, plus you're paying the in-town taxes, but you get the services rendered, right? So tell me about being in the countryside. Do you save money because you're not paying the in-town taxes?
Well, I think it's a wash to some extent because you're going to have other things that you're going to need to do. A bigger piece of land requires equipment, or you got to hire hands to mow it, take care of it. Our neighbor has a professional mower that comes in once a week and it looks fantastic. I cut my own grass. I've got the mowers, I got the bush hog, I got the equipment, and it's a lot of fun for me. And so I enjoy doing that with Diane. So I think at the end of the day, and these are great questions, but I think what it comes down to is, what do you want as a person? In other words, when you get up in the morning on a Saturday morning and you don't have to go to work, do you want to go out on your back deck and be in a forest, or looking over the beautiful mountains, or looking into a pasture, seeing beautiful black Angus cows walking around, or deer and foxes and bears and coyotes running around in your backyard? If the answer to that is yes, then it's not really going to matter from a taxing standpoint. It's going to matter what's most important to you in your life. Di and I always talk about, our logo is live your best life, because we only get one, right? And so you really want to take into careful consideration what you really want. If being close to an interstate is important to you, then be close to the interstate. If it's not important, then don't worry about it. Go out and live your life the way you want to live it. And if you have any questions on this video, feel free to drop us a comment in the chat in the comment box.